Download the BCSN Plus app today.
Well, Toledo Walleye did indeed make history on Friday night as we welcome in Matt Melzak, the voice of the Fish. Matt, thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate it, Mark. Certainly glad to talk about milestones, and we certainly had one over the weekend.
Yeah, 100 consecutive sellout on Friday. Unfortunately, the fans probably went home disappointed as they did lose that game. Star of the game, Johnny Waldron. Just signed out of Arizona State, comes in, scores 2 goals in his first game as a Walleye.
Yeah, I mean, first player for the Toledo Walleye to score 2 goals in his Walleye debut since Patrick Curry back in 2022 when he was assigned down from Grand Rapids, scored 2 goals in his first game. So, yeah, Johnny Waldron out of Arizona State, more noted for his time for basically his entire college career at Miami of Ohio with a guy we know in Dylan Moulton, and then Colby Ambrosio played just the 1 year. At Miami of Ohio, but would have played with both of them. So, yeah, it's good to see a guy get out to such a good start, and he played better as the game went on and then got his taste of having Fort Wayne on Saturday. So, hey, great opening weekend for him.
Yeah, he picked up an assist in that win over Fort Wayne as well, so a 3-point weekend for him in his debut. We've talked about this a couple times in the past, the power play unit for this little Walleye. They're currently leading the ECHL, only team in the ECHL with more than a 25% success rate on the power play. Part of that is because you got really good players. Part's because you got a really good system in place as well.
Yeah, I think those things do go hand in hand, but clearly you can have the best system in the world. If you don't have some guys that can score it for you, it's not going to go well. And when you obviously have Brandon Hawkins, is one of the best scorers this league has ever seen. So you know when he's on the power play how dangerous he can be. But what has happened a lot, and this is where you got to credit Toledo on the power play, is they've got a great distributor at the back end in Riley McCord. He's right at the top of the league in power play assists. And then you turn around and you get, whether it's Dennis Schmierdorf or it's Mitch Lewandowski, that other wing guy has been very important. And then you factor in when you go to the quote-unquote second unit, now you get Sam Craggs a lot in that high slot, and he can score from that spot very well. So, when you factor in all of those little options, and they give so many, Tanner Dickinson's been terrific down low on the power play. When you have all those different options, which is a credit to Brett Bain, he is the associate head coach, but he runs that power play unit. Well, he gives them so many options to take. So if a team takes away Brandon Hawkins, which is what teams try to do on the power play, you could still get burnt, and that's what Toledo does well.
Last couple of years, we've seen the Walleye play exceptional hockey in February and March, which leads into deep postseason runs as well. Are we seeing the same type of ingredients in this year's team?
Yeah, I think everything is there to do that. Obviously, you're not every year are you going to run on huge winning streaks or unbeaten streaks, but just as long as you're playing good hockey. And I think that's one thing you see with Pat Mickich's teams that we've seen the last 2 years. They continue to get better over the course of the year. And then he gets the influx of a lot of times college players that come in and complete. You just talked about Johnny Waldron a little bit ago. Adding those right college guys that can give you that boost at this time of the year. And you've seen each of the last 2 years, some of those college guys have been integral parts of Toledo Walleye playoff runs.
It's an interesting schedule for the Fish right now because it seems like they're playing Cincinnati and Fort Wayne every single weekend. That's what's happening again this weekend.
What month are we in, Mark?
February.
What happens in February?
Well, there's a rodent that pops up, and some people think they have magical powers.
Yes, Groundhog Day. And sometimes he comes out and says, hey, I saw my shadow. We got to go 6 more weeks of winter.
6 more weeks of playing Kalamazoo,
6
Cincinnati,
more weeks.
Fort Wayne.
It's been Kalamazoo, Cincinnati, Fort Wayne. It's rinse and repeat over and over and over again. You're in that spot where you're playing some good teams, but you're playing them consistently over and over again. And that can wear you down a little bit mentally.
So they're at Cincinnati Friday, then home for the Cyclones Saturday, home for the Comets on Sunday. Cool things happening at the Bank Tank this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. We're the Fanatics weekend. So We got the Fanatics jersey each Saturday and Sunday. Going to be a lot of fun downtown Toledo. Get your tickets now. I know I wasn't there for the Hunter sellout. I was like the only one who wasn't, Mark. But, the family things come first. And then, you know what? We'll be there this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Looking forward to seeing those games. Looking forward to seeing those games right here on BCSN both Saturday and Sunday night. Matt, thank you so much.
You bet.